Alright, what's up everybody, it's Lollipop, and today I want to talk a little bit about New World, which is a whole new game. Just came, well, no, it came out. It didn't came out, it had a beta, like a preview. Yeah, but I tried it, and you know, for those of you who don't know anything about the game, I'll try to summarize it a little bit. It's an MMO, and it's kind of set in, it's kind of medieval, but it also has, like, some weapons. It's kind of a, I'm not sure exactly how this timeline is even called, because I'm not like that knowledgeable about that kind of thing. But if you've played Fable, it's pretty similar to that, to Fable 2 and 3. It's in that same kind of era, which is really cool. And overall, this game reminds me of Fable a lot. Like, just the environments and the weapons, some of the enemies, not all of them. But, you know, there's a lot of similarities here, and I'm a big Fable fan. For those of you who don't know, I love the Fable franchise, and this is basically my Fable MMO that we never got, you know? Remember Fable Legends? That never came out. I feel like this is a better version of what we could have had with Fable Legends, and of course it's not Fable, you know? It doesn't have the same charm or story or universe or anything. But it's the closest thing to a Fable MMO I think we'll ever have, ever. So, you know, and I'll stop comparing it to other games for now. I want to compare it to what it is, well, what it itself, right? Compare it with itself, New World, yeah. So, I want to start by saying I'm not a big MMO player. I've tried Final Fantasy XIV for a couple hours, didn't get into it. I've tried Black Desert Online a little bit, but it was just too pay to win for me, for my taste. But for some reason this game looked very interesting to me, and when I saw my friend Dr. Pepper playing it on stream, I was like, oh yeah, well, I might try this out. This actually looks really fun, and that's what I did. So I pre-ordered, I got the preview, and to be honest, I am not disappointed. Jeez. Sorry, I just woke up, okay? Because I played this shit until 5 AM last night, so sorry if I'm, like, all over the place here. I don't have a script or anything. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to have the feelings I have for after playing, because I've been playing this game yesterday. I played it for the first time yesterday at, like, 2 PM. Like I said, I finished at 5, and I played all fucking day, man. Like a fucking 12-hour session, man. I got into it. And this game just grabbed me by the balls and didn't let go until I had to go to sleep, because I work in you know, the next day. So, you know, I haven't seen all the content of the beta. I want to start by saying this is just my first impressions. This is not like a full review of everything that's available in the preview, because I haven't done everything yet. I joined a faction, I'm doing some quests, I'm trying to level up more so that I can actually go and do some PvP and have a chance, you know? Maybe try to make one of these wars. But the thing is, right, I'm making this video right now because I'm not sure if I will be able to do all this content before the preview ends. And so I don't want to be waiting until it ends to make a video, even if I didn't do all the content. Basically every war that I've seen, the schedule is always when I work, so I don't even know if I'll be able to join one before the beta ends, you know? And I don't know how many wars there are per day. But to explain a bit further though, the wars are really cool. They're like a, they're basically the biggest event I believe that the beta have right now. It's a 50v50 player, deathmatch basically, right? And the thing is, you have factions in the game. And there's 3 factions, and each faction basically owns a territory on the map. And so if you win the war, I believe you win the territory, and by having this territory, you basically own the towns and everything that are in that territory. Now, if you don't know, this game everything is basically player-based. The economy is player-based, the territories, the towns, everything. So there isn't like traders around towns where you can just buy infinite amount of potions or anything like that. You have to craft these potions and sell them to other players, and that's how the economy works. And so that's the same thing for towns, right? So if your faction owns a town, there's a tax and everything for the faction. So if you use crafting tables or anything that are in that town, or if you buy a house there or anything, all the money you pay for taxes will go to that faction so that they can upgrade the town. And it's a really cool concept because, for example, the crafting tables you can level up, right? And so, for example, if you have a faction that's pretty leveled up, that has a lot of money, they might have a tier 4 crafting table, for example. And so if you decide to stay in that town and buy a house there, then you'll always have a tier 4 crafting table available to you for as long as they don't lose a war against someone else. And that's really cool for me, because it gives you an incentive to actually stick around and help them upgrade the town, right? Because it's beneficial for everybody involved, not just the faction who owns it. So I think that's really cool. Basically, when they want to upgrade something, it gives you like a bunch of quests. I call them blue quests because they're blue. I don't know. But they're basically, you know, really simple stuff that even level 1 players could do, like killing rabbits or getting flints or wood or stuff like that. It's really simple, but you know, it gives you a little bonus. And if you're just I don't know, waiting around for a friend or doing like you always have something to do, right? And that's one of these things. Like you want to just run around and get some wood for like 5 minutes while you're waiting for something. Well, there you go. At least you're rewarded for it. You know what I mean? And it helps everybody in the town. So it's really nice. And that's something else. It brings me to another point, is that you always have something to do in this game. Like if you're not doing a quest and you're doing these blue quests, or you're doing something for your faction, or just grabbing anything on your road, like if you're grabbing a plant or a bush or anything, it will give you XP towards that specific skill. So, you know, there's like a whole trading skill mechanic where you have skills for everything you do in the game. Grabbing wood, grabbing rocks, grabbing whatever, making potions, making food. You have like stats for everything, and the more you cook, the more you level up your cooking, the more you can do better food, right? And then it gives you more health when you use that food, or you can sell that food to lower players who don't cook, right? And that's the interesting thing, is if you have a group of friends, like for example, I was playing with my friend Dr. Pepper, as I mentioned, and we had a strategy where I would level up my range weapons, melee weapons as much as I can, and I would be crafting weapons, and while he would be focusing more on armor and basically magic as well. Like he would be using staffs, like fire staffs and healing staffs, and he would basically level up his healing staff so that he could heal me as well as other players around the event, and also heal himself. So, you know, there's like a little strategy here you can have if you have a group of friends or even a faction. If everybody is doing a specific task of work, then you can have like the most powerful, like everyone can have the most powerful weapons if everyone's working together, you know. And I think for an MMO that's kind of important, right, to have everyone involved and feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, right? So for example, if I'm really good at mining and crafting ammo, then Dr. Pepper might be better at making armor, which I never leveled up. So he can craft me good armor, I can craft him bullets, you know, and we work together like that. And I think that's really cool to have players involved like this, and I think they nailed it in that regard. And again, like I said, I'm not a big MMO player, and there's probably a lot of stuff that is a bit underwhelming for people who have been playing MMOs for years, and I totally understand that, but I just don't really know, right? I'm new to this. This is a whole new world to me, no pun intended, and I'm really enjoying this MMO style game. I don't know, some people say it's a bit underwhelming. For me, I am loving it, and it's really surprising. It caught me by surprise. I didn't think this game would be so interesting to me as it is, you know? Now, the other thing I can say is that, of course, it's a preview right now, and it's a little bit lacking in content, you know? It's very bare bones. I think we have access to, like, I don't know, 5 to 7 weapons or something like that, which isn't a lot, you know? We have like a sword, a hammer, a musket, a bow, and that's pretty much it, you know? There's no pistols, there's no knives or dags or anything like that, or katanas. Like, there's not much yet. There is a lot of cosmetics, though, I would say. The clothing, there's a lot of them in this preview. Like, I rarely see people with the same outfits unless they're like level 5, right? So in that regard, I would say there's a lot of cosmetics. Now, there's only like 2 shields in the beta. It's fucking weird. Like, you walk around and everyone has the same goddamn shield. I was trying to find a new shield for the longest time, and the only one I found, I need to be like level 35. So, I'm not gonna have a different shield for a while, but of course, this is a preview, so when the game actually comes out, it's gonna have a better balance of things. It's gonna have a system, a better progression, right? For weapons and all that. This is just kind of a taste of what the game's gonna be like. And to be honest, I'm really liking it. Even if this is very bare bones and there's not much to do, I feel like there's still so much to do, right? Now, the other thing I want to mention real quick is that I was a little bit disappointed in how they handled co-op, right? Because yes, you're part of a online game, we're always with other players, and you can have factions and all that. But I was just playing with my friend Dr. Pepper. We were a 2-man team, you know, we made ourselves a little company called the Lumberjacks, and we were only the 2 of us, you know, and I thought we would have specific quests related to that company that we could basically do together, but we didn't really have that, at least not in the preview. So the only way for us to really play together, since we only had our individual quests, was to basically make it to the same point in a quest line and do these quests at the same time together. So we were never like doing the quests together, we were just like doing the same individual quests at the same time, if that makes any sense. I hope I explained that good, but yeah, I mean, it works, right? We can play together, but it was just a bit underwhelming in that regard. I was kind of hoping we could actually do quests that would progress our company and do it, you know, a quest that you need multiple players to do, because the quests right now in the game are all pretty much the same, right? It's like, go over there, kill enemies, loot, come back. That's literally, I just described every single quest in this game. Now, of course, you have faction quests, which are different, and I haven't done a lot of those because, again, I am pretty low level and I'm getting my ass kicked whenever I try to do them because I need to be like level 20 for most of them. But they're basically the same thing. It's go over there, loot, come back. There's also the PvP quests, which basically just activates your PvP sticker, which means people can kill you until the quest is over. But they're basically the same quest. It's just go over there, loot, come back, and don't get killed in the process. So, you know, I feel like the quests need a lot of, they need more quests, they need more content, that's for sure. Again, it's just a preview. They probably don't want to put all the quests in there just yet. They want to leave the surprises for when the game actually comes out, right? They don't want, like, I'm sure the quest won't be like that when the game comes out. Now, of course, there are probably going to be other betas before the game comes out, because the release is not set for like another 6 months at least, from my understanding, so we're probably going to have more quests, more stuff to do as the betas go on. Now, this is just a preview, so, you know, there isn't all that much to do right now. It's basically, like I said, kill enemies, loot, and just that is really fucking fun. Like, to be honest, I must have spent at least, like, half of my playtime just doing fetch quests. Just going somewhere, killing, getting loot, and then cutting wood, getting mines, crafting ammo, like, just doing whatever. And that's really the loop of the game. Like, the quests themselves don't really matter. Like, there's no story in the game. I mean, yeah, there's notes you can read if you care, but, you know, who cares, right? But yeah, there's a really fun gameplay loop, and leveling up your crafting is really fun. I really love crafting bullets and arrows and stuff for my team, and it's something that's really addicting to me, and yeah, like, at some point I might be level up enough to where I can actually start selling ammo, because I'll be able to do higher tier ammo that, you know, low level players won't be able to get, so they're gonna need to buy it unless they want to level up their, specifically that class, like I did, you know what I mean? Which is really fun, because again, that's how the economy works, right? So, if you're really leveled up in, like, ammo, then you can sell ammo to other players, and I might just do that, because I love crafting for ammo. It's really nice. It's like mining and stuff. I really love it. So, I don't know, that might be my specialization, you know? Good English. But anyways, this video is already long enough. We're about 15 minutes in, so I'm just gonna leave you guys with my final thoughts on the game. So far, I am really impressed. I was not expecting that from this, really. When I saw this game, I think it was at the Game Awards or whatever, I know we saw a trailer somewhere of this, and I just wasn't excited, because again, this isn't really my kind of game usually. I'm a first-person shooter player. I mean, sure, I love Fable, but I never thought an MMO would bring me in like that, so... the only thing I can say, right, is that I cannot wait for the game to release, and that's months away, and I'm really disappointed. I really hope they do a lot of betas in the upcoming months. You know, maybe once a month. It would be fun to have a weekend or something. But yeah, it just sucks that we're not able to play more of it, and that's a good sign. You know? But yeah, I would say, you know, if you're really into MMOs, that's probably a good game for you to try out. If you're into this kind of era, or if you're a big fan of Fable, I would also recommend it. The game is $50 Canadian, which I believe is 40 US, and that's the pre-order price. And I would say, you know, there's no subscriptions per month, and that's basically what convinced me to get it, is that you don't have to pay a subscription afterwards, after you've paid the original price, and I am a big fan of that. I hate subscriptions in video games, and that's a big reason why I never tried really MMOs further than the free trial, because I just didn't want to pay all that money every month for a game I barely play, you know what I mean? But this game, you know, it'll probably gonna have DLC expansions though that are paid to make up for it, but I'm fine with that. If they release a DLC every like 3 months that is paid, you know, I feel like I'll have my money's worth at least, because I'll have 3 months of content, and I'll basically, you know, pay a similar price to what a subscription would have, and I don't have to buy the DLC. Whereas as a subscription, you have to, and there's not always new content, you know. So I think it's a really good system. I think they're nailing it. They understand what the player base wants, and that's a good thing, you know. But yeah, these are my final thoughts. I would say if you're into that kind of game, definitely pick it up. It's really fun. The beta ends on September 5th. There's probably going to be more afterwards, but yeah. These are my first thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts down below. Have you tried the game yet? Are you interested in it? I don't know. Let me know everything. I'm really interested. I'm really into this game right now, and I don't know, it just grabbed me in. So whatever you want to talk about the game, just go for it, man. I want to definitely talk about it, so let me know down below your thoughts. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like if you want. It helps me out. So I would appreciate it. Alright, have a good, wonderful day, guys. Yeah, there you go. That's how you finish videos. Alright, see you guys.